I have my friend who does this. Yes, every time when they are looking for, people that will come and act, you see that he will go. I don't even know where you even have gift of acting. It's just that money that they find. There's some people who are taking care of themselves basically through business. And when I mean business, I'm like buying and selling. You go and buy goods, you send it back to your home country. You can come and request for you to come and advertise their wig. You wear their wig, do a video about the wig, or you wear the clothes, do a video about the clothes, talk about it, just try to promote the business, especially this TikTok. TikTok is that place that they used to really sell.
I'm sick of all these thoughts that are stuck in my head. I'm sick of wishing I could just forgive and forget. I'm sick of all these thoughts that are stuck in my mind, my mind, my mind.
Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel. If this is the first time that you're joining me, welcome. Please do well to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I talk about everything migration and lifestyle, and I promise to give you guys the best of the content that you guys request and want. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about, can international pay their school fees when they come here in China? Can you be able to pay your school fees as an international? That's what we're going to be talking about. I feel like this is very, very important. A lot of people, they want to come to China, but once they have been applying for scholarship, they've not gotten. And then they'll start asking themselves this question: if I come here, can I be able to pay my school fees? Not that if I come, I hustle my way and I come to this place, I'll not be able to pay my school fees. I'll not be able to survive. That's one thing that people are scared of. They don't want to come here and be like stranded, especially when they know that international students are not allowed to work. Yes, internationals are not allowed to work, and now I can understand why people still like see the need to come with payment of fees, even though they didn't get scholarship. They'll just apply for like admission and they'll just come. There are even some people that they will even pay for language. Yes, they'll come as if no, yes, they want to come and study language and everything, but it's because they just want to come, right? And then when they come here, some of them stranded, some people are not stranded. I have one of my friend. She told me that she got admission in China, and then her parents were the ones paying her school fees. And before you know what's happening, later they stopped paying her school fees, and she was able to pay her fees here. So now the question is, how will you be able to pay your fees? And that's what we're going to be answering. I'm going to be telling you guys the various things as an international that you should actually do, or that you can do to be able to pay your fees. So it's not something that you should be scared about. People are actually here and they are paying their fees. And if you feel like, I've not gotten a scholarship, I still want to come here, you can apply for admission. The only thing is that you have to also show proof of fund, because they want to know, can you come here to take care of yourself? So if you've passed that level of showing proof of fund, you don't land here, but you don't get money because we all know, say, you know how you show that proof of funds, money don't reduce or money no day, and now you're thinking of how you're going to pay for your fees. So I'm going to start with number one, which is scholarship, obviously. Obviously, scholarship is the one way, or the easiest way I feel like internationals pay for their fees. What do I mean? So let's say now, you got admission, you came to China, right? Something that you can do is to actually ask the international office the scholarship opportunities that are available. Because what you don't know is that even as an international student, there are some available scholarship. Either you applied before you came, there are some available scholarship. But if you don't talk, if you don't ask, you may not know. You may not what? Know. So you need to ask. And know one of my roommates, she had a friend, one of my roommates that I used to have, she had a friend. And then she was telling me of how that friend got admission to come to school to study. And after for a period of time, with her grades, she was able to get a partial funding. It's not full funding. But the school decided to pay for her fees while she would be the one to pay for her accommodation and everything. So yes, sometimes the school may decide that they will just pay for your fees. Sometimes they may decide that they'll pay for your accommodation. So it depends, right? So that's why scholarship is something that it's so good, because you don't have to stress. Personally for me, I'm on scholarship, CSC scholarship. I don't have to stress about work. Like even if I don't work, I'm fine. Why? Because the school is taking care of all my fees, my school fees, monthly allowance, housing. So that's something you have to ask yourself. Like, if I can't be able to get full funding, or I'll not be able to get money, I have to ask for scholarship opportunities. Message the school, check their website. From their website, you can be able to know the scholarship available. You can ask even the international office, they will tell you the scholarships that are available. Okay. And then you need to know the expenses. Like if you are going to be the one paying for your fees now, and you're the one that are going to take care of yourself, you need to know your expenses so that you will now know the amount of money you need. When I mean expenses, I'm talking about housing, I'm talking about transportation, I'm talking about even your school fees self. You need to calculate to know your expenses so that you know the best funding method that is going to be good for you. So in case you don't get scholarship, I'm going to continue telling you some of the best funding method that you can actually use. But then I feel like transportation in China is very, very cheap compared to most other countries. In China, you can just use 2 yuan to go to anywhere you're going, coming and going, going and coming. When I mean 2 yuan, you swipe in your cards, when you're going to any place, you drop down, is 1 yuan. You enter the bus anywhere you're going, you swipe in your card, is 1 yuan. So when you're using the bus, it's cheaper. But when you're using like Uber, you're using all this Taxify, you know, it's not cheap. I'm calling it Taxify, but it's not Taxify here, you know, but it's not cheap, right? It's not. Is it Uber here? I'm not sure. I've never entered Uber here. I forgot. Didi. Yeah, it's called Didi. Didi is the one we actually enter here, right? So maybe now, if you're using Didi now, it's very expensive. It's very, very expensive. So you use bus if you are going to use transportation, you know. So another thing that you can do to pay your fees is part-time job. When I mean part-time job, because in China now, as you are going to be a student, you won't have time, because you'll be going for classes, there are so many things you'll be doing. So you try to look for part-time jobs, and then you have to actually communicate with your teacher, you know, that you want to get part-time job, because I heard that of recent you can actually work in China. It's just that there are some paperwork you need to sign, you have to tell your teacher, there's something you have to do in order for you to work. Before I was hearing that it's not allowed to work, but now I'm hearing that it's actually allowed to work. It's just that you have to really tell your supervisor, you have to tell your teacher, you have to tell the international office, there's some paperwork you have to do. I think that's something you can do. Also, you can even change your visa from student visa to like an internship visa. You know, they have something like that so that you can be allowed to work while you're in China. That's something you can actually think about. So think about doing like part-time jobs. It doesn't have to be jobs that you will be going. It can be online jobs. You can actually find remote jobs whereby you can do part-time, you know, while you are studying, so that it will not become a distraction for you. And then you can be able to pay your fees, cater for some things that you need for yourself. The next job I'll be talking about, the next thing I feel like you can actually do is internship. So internship is something that will really, really help you, especially when it's time for you to apply for work. If you are the kind of person that you are planning that after your school you probably stay back in China and everything, internship is just the best thing you can do so that you have experience. When you finish school like this and you're applying for a job, a lot of these companies, one of the things that they keep asking is they want 2 years experience. They will ask for 2 years experience and your degree. You know, what did you study? So that's the question that they're always asking: 2 years experience, 2 years experience. So imagine that you were doing internship while you were schooling, right? You were doing like a 1 year internship while you were schooling. So now you have experience. So when it's time for you to apply for work or apply for any job, because of the experience that you have, you can be able to use it to get a job here. Also, Internship is another way for you to understand your field. So whatever you are studying, whatever you're doing currently in school, when you decide now that you will do like internship, to make you understand the practical aspects of whatever you're studying. So it's not even just about the money now that you want. Also, you want to have like practical experience. Also, you want to be able to get jobs while in China. Imagine you that you were able to get a job in maybe one of these Chinese company or something. Ah, and you're applying for work. What are you saying now? You'll be hot cake. You'll be hot cake. In short, there was this girl who was talking about her own experience, how she used internship to actually get herself a job in China. She did internship for like a year internship. Because as a bachelor, how many where do you want to get 2 years? So she did like a year internship. And then when it was time for her to start applying for jobs, she was applying for jobs, and the one question they kept asking her was experience. And then she was able to defend like, oh yes, I had experience when I was in China. I did this job, I did that job, and before you know, she got that job. So you see, it's not just even about the money. Though yes, I know that yes, you are get trying to get the internship job so you can be able to take care of yourself, you know. But it's also something that you should also think about taking care of just doing for your future. Okay, so another thing that you can actually do is full-time jobs. For this full-time job, I would just say, just put your mind to doing full-time job inside the school. Inside the school. So there was one time that my teacher actually, she just put it on the group. It's because there's this group that, all students that she is, supervising, we're all inside the group. And then she put it in the group. She was asking that, oh, I need some people to assist me with some work. You'll be able to do this, you'll be able to do that. She put it in the group, and anybody that was interested, she was obviously going to give them that job. It's like a job, so sometimes international office, they have something that you can do like in the office, whereby you can do some paperwork, you can do some signing, some imputing of documents in Excel. Like there are some things that you can do as an international that will make them want to pay you, that will make them want to give you money. So that's something you can actually do. Also, I feel like there are some schools whereby you can even work in the, maybe in the supermarket, or you can work in the canteen. There's some schools that might allow internationals to do that so that you can be able to like, settle yourself. But these things, it's not that they'll come and be announcing it, or opportunities like these are available. I'm sure there are some students that even get to work in the library itself. These things, you have to be that you are going to them, you are asking them questions, because it's not like they'll come and be saying it and be telling you, oh, we have this opportunity, or we have that opportunity. No, that's not how it works. So if now you know that you really, really need money to take care of yourself, you need to know how to communicate with international office, most especially. You need to know how to, relate with them. You need to know how to explain your struggle. Like, don't make it look like, oh, I don't have money to pay for my fees. No, don't make it look. Just make them understand that you want to work alongside. If truly, because me, I have not done research about it with the international office to know whether actually international students are allowed to work. But if truly like international students are not allowed to work, I tell you that the moment you're able to communicate with your teacher or with your international office, because international office is just like you're communicating with your parents. The moment you communicate with them, telling them your problems, telling them your struggles, telling them that you need to work to be able to pay for your fees, to be able to pay for everything that you need to pay for, I'm telling you, even if they don't have opportunities, they will create one, because these are things I feel like they should have. So yes, working in university is something that you can think about. Another thing that you should actually start planning, if you know that you're going to be able to take care of yourself and fend for yourself, is that you need to start reducing expenses. So now you're the kind of person that like going out, partying, you spend a lot. If you're going to be paying for your fees and take care of yourself, you need to understand that you have to actually reduce expenses. Yes, reduce expenses. Try to save your money, because of how you just be there paying for dues. Huh. you will really suffer. Oh. But there are some things that I feel like you can take into consideration. Living outside the school can be really, really helpful for you if you are thinking of paying for your fees. Because by living outside the school, you can be able to work. Yes, you can be able to work. You can be able to pay for your fees. You can be able to fend for yourself when you are living outside the school. But if you are living inside the school, it's not be easy for you. It's not be easy for you to be able to work. It's not be easy for you to take care of yourself, your feeding, everything. But because of there are sometimes school will just be locking you down. Don't do this, don't do that. There are some things that they will be doing inside the school compared to if you're living outside the school. If you're living outside the school, you know, there are some things that you be allowed to do. If you're living outside the school, you can be able to walk. Nobody will be telling you, oh, don't work or this. And even if, yes, you're not allowed to work as a student, because you're outside the school, you know your way around it. You know when you're going to work. Does anybody know? And then when you're applying for jobs, because obviously in China, the jobs that I feel like are available for international most of the time is English job. So let's say now you're applying for a job now, and you're applying because you want to pay for your fees. Make sure you apply for jobs that you are going to their home to teach. Because if you are going to be teaching in schools like where police can easily just come and catch you that you're teaching students, it's not going to help you because like I said, I'm not still sure if students are allowed to work. Because I heard that students are allowed to work, but they have to communicate with their supervisors or their international office. But I know that the kind of job that they will allow you to do will be job related to your field, not job that like teaching English or something like that. But then now, if you say that okay, you have to like get an English job, you now be careful to get jobs that you will not be teaching in a in a public place where police can just enter inside, and see you that you're teaching students in one public place. No, you'll be teaching in, maybe you'll be going to their house, be doing homeschooling, be doing online jobs, remote jobs, so that in case like now the police enter the house where you're teaching, they can easily say, oh no, this is my friend came to visit us, oh this is my this came to visit us. Not that the police come and catch you teaching in one public place, they will just deport you back home. So as a student now, you have to be very, very careful. You want to, even though you say okay, you want to teach in places that students are going to be there or something, you want to make sure that that place that you're going to teach is a very safe place that police cannot just enter inside anytime, because you want to be really, really safe. As much as you want to pay your school fees, you don't want to be careless about it. You don't want to just um be careless and teach in a way that would jeopardize the whole idea of you coming to China safe, to the point that when they now deport you back, they will not even you will not be able to come here again. The Chinese people, how they do, like the moment they deport you back, you'll never be able to come here again. So you want to be safe, you want to be careful, and you want to do the right thing at the right time. Make sure when you're teaching the English that you're teaching, make sure that you're teaching in a very safe place. Another thing that you want to think about is doing like modeling jobs. So there are some people that request for people that come and do modeling jobs, and they will pay you well. They pay really well. But I don't really see them requesting for models like black models. Most times I'm only seeing them requesting for white models and stuff like that. But there are a lot of modeling jobs because there are a lot of companies that they want to, advertise their business. We all know how, China, they're always wanting to sell their goods, sell their things. So they always request for models. Even I would say they even request for black girls because yes, they can come and request for you to come and advertise their wig. You wear their wig, do a video about the wig, or you wear the clothes, do a video about the clothes, talk about it, just try to promote the business. Especially this TikTok, TikTok is that place that they used to really sell. So sometimes they can actually look for you to come and do like TikTok videos for them, talking about their product, promoting their product for them. That's another kind of job you can actually do, and it's really, really pay you. You can even do acting. Yes, acting. Some of these Chinese movies that we see that seem all internationalish, like you see internationals, some of those internationals are students. I have my friend who does this. Yes, every time when they are looking for, people that will come and act, you see that he will go. I don't even know where he even have gift of acting. It's just that money that they find, they will still go and act and get what money. With that money, you can be able to use take care of yourself, take care of your feeding and expenses and everything. So apart from modeling and stuff, you can even start your own business. You can start your own business while you are in school. There are so many girls that the kind of business they do is that they like to sell food. Yes. Why? Because a lot of guys here, they don't know how to cook. There are some guys that don't know how to cook. And some people, most internationals, do not like Chinese meals. So you see now, if you now say that okay, cooking is something you can start doing, you will package and sell, you make money. Because there are many people that don't like to cook food for themselves. There are many people they don't even know how to cook, and then you find somebody who will be cooking for them, or any kind of business, even if it's selling zobo. Like literally, you can just check within your school, what do they actually need? What are they lazy about to do? Most people are lazy to cook. Most people are lazy to go and pick their kwaidi. Can decide to do that one. Kwaidi means like your goods. But I feel like cooking is the one that a lot of people do. Even making hair as a lady, if you can braid, because here in China you cannot find a place to braid. Most times na crochet, you can do your own crochet yourself, but people that know how to braid, they make a lot of money. They will charge around 100 RMB for braiding your hair, and that 100 RMB, it's like almost, like sometimes it's also like if you are braiding like plenty braids, it's even 150 RMB safe. It's not 100. And if you convert that money to naira, that is like 15,000 naira. Yes, 15,000 naira for just braiding. And then if you are braiding small, that is like 10,000 naira. That is 100 RMB. Like if you are converting it, this is how much some people like charge. So imagine that you can braid. Just know that you'll be making a lot of money if you are here braiding people's hair. You'll be making a lot of money braiding people's hair. Also, people that know how to barb hair, yes, they make money because they barb other people's hair. So what can you do? You can learn how to make hair, you can learn how to barb hair, you can know how to do makeup. Yes, makeup is something that you can also do. Why I feel like braiding is more, lucrative and something that can give you money is because a lot of people don't know how to braid, and a lot of people like to braid. Like here in China, as a black person, it's always required for you to carry natural hair. I don't know whether there's somebody that went to announce it to everybody that we need to be doing carrying natural hair to prove that we are blacks. Because we are blacks or something, we have to be going out with our natural hair and everything. So if you can braid your hair, if you're good with your hands, you are sure to go that you can be able to make money for yourself. You can be able to do your own business. You can even do business and send it back home. There are some people who are taking care of themselves basically through business. And when I mean business, I'm like buying and selling. You go and buy goods, you send it back to your home country, and then you sell it. If you are really good with business, because business is not something that everybody are good in, but if you are really good in business, you can actually be doing business to pay your fees. It's not just about, oh, I want to work here. You can just do business to pay your fees. You can also use your own hands to be able to make money. But if you ask me what's the best, I would prefer scholarship, because if you have a scholarship, you come here, you're not able to find any other opportunities, and you have a scholarship, you can still kind of survive and just go with the flow. But then if you don't have a scholarship, be say you go kill yourself. There are people here, they are sponsoring themselves, they are not asking money from any, they are even the ones sending money back home. Why? Because they are working. Yeah, some people are working. It's just that you have to be very, very careful, you have to be smart, and you don't want them to like catch you while you're working, because I don't think it's allowed for students to work while they are studying. Just try to have money for a year. Like if you can have money for a year, like a year school fees and a year that you can be able to take care of yourself. So just in case you come here, you're not able to work, you're not able to get some opportunities, you will not kill yourself. You will just be able to, like stay in the system for a while. When the system has entered your body, you can be able to like get back on your feet. If you feel like I don't know, make sure you bring 1 year payment. Okay. If you feel like, okay, I need a place that is cheap, stay in the cheaper place. Don't stay in town. But the only thing is that a lot of opportunities are in town, like a lot of teaching opportunities are in town. I don't know about other places, but just stay in a place that you know that things are not expensive, because Beijing is very expensive. Anyway, you guys should make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.